Ukrainians have completely annihilated the Russian Sumy offensive from the air, launching devastating strikes all across the board, with even redeployed air defense assets falling victim to Western-supplied bombs. Russian operations are falling apart at the seams as each sector is meticulously targeted without mercy, says Euromaidan Press outlet. Ukraine's armed forces have decisively crushed the Russian offensive into Sumy by cutting off their supply and reinforcement routes through continuous targeting from the air. This success was made possible by Ukraine's systematic clearing of the skies, with Russian air defense assets stretched across the entire front line being repeatedly hunted down. Buk and Tor systems deployed to protect Russian command posts and depots became prime targets. In one case, a Russian Tor system continuously hampered Ukrainian attempts at airstrikes, resulting in the air defense system becoming the target instead. In another, a Russian Tor battery malfunctioned, trying to intercept a Ukrainian airstrike, with the missile veering off course and striking a nearby Russian ammunition storage instead. Additionally, Ukrainian operators used fiber-optic FPV drones to stalk and destroy Buk launchers. With these systems eliminated or suppressed, the preparation was done, and the Ukrainian strike aircraft were free to operate over the front. The first major blow landed near Tyotkino. Ukrainian fighters used AASM HAMMER bombs and JDAMs to strike infantry groups and ammunition stores at Lokot, Tetkino, and Dronivka, while a bridge at Zabolotivka were demolished to sever supply routes. Euromaidan Press reports. Drone operators in Glushkovo were targeted with JDAM strikes, while troops sheltering in a grain elevator at Tyotkino were buried under rubble. Additional airstrikes leveled drone coordination centers in Krovyakivka and troop concentrations across Tyotkino, followed by hits on crossings at Zavanoye. Each wave of hammers and JDAM bombs shattered Russian attempts to mass forces, leaving corpses and destroyed buildings across the Kursk villages feeding the offensive. Further southeast, on the Sumy side of the border, the blows continued and opened huge gaps in the Russian lines. Ukrainian aviation destroyed bases from where Russian drone operators were operating at Oleksiivka and Loknia, undermining Russian drone support capabilities, before destroying forces concentrations at Kindrativka and Oleksiivka, where Russian infantry had fortified inside of civilian buildings. On the eastern flank, Ukrainian aircraft struck across Belgorod to prevent Russian reinforcements from stabilizing the situation and trying to hit the Ukrainian counterattacks from the side. Hammer bombs flattened enemy garrisons in Kozinka, while JDAMs destroyed drone control posts at Repyakivka. Overall, what the Russian High Command once threatened as a march on Sumy city now lies in ruins. Its spearheads shattered by Ukrainian air power and its command structure gutted with the evident result of a collapsed Russian offensive. Euromaidan Press says Russia has begun pulling units from this sector to reinforce Pokrovsk, a clear sign that the offensive has failed. Ukrainian air superiority established by dismantling Russian air defenses and exploiting gaps with precision bombs was the decisive factor. And for the Russian command, dreams of reaching the capital of Sumy are gone.
Dutch F-35 fighter jets intercepted and destroyed Russian Gerber drones that crossed into Polish airspace using AIM-9X Sidewinder missiles, Clash report reported. The engagement underscores a major cost disparity between the systems. Each Gerber drone is estimated at about $10,000, while a single AIM-9X missile costs approximately $2.8 million, a ratio of around 280 to 1. This engagement took place amid a broader scenario. Russia launched a large-scale drone strike on Ukraine, comprising over 400 drones and dozens of missiles, that spilled into NATO territory, marking the first direct military engagement by alliance aircraft in the war. Poland reported that at least 19 drones violated its airspace overnight, with some entering from Belarus, prompting a robust NATO response. While NATO and Polish authorities did not comment on the details of the drone shootdowns, Dutch F-35s regularly conduct alliance patrols along the eastern flank, armed with advanced air-to-air missiles as part of NATO's integrated air defense. The incursion of Russian drones into Poland has exposed serious problems in NATO's air defense system in Europe, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz said Wednesday evening in Berlin, Politico reported. First of all, I would like to point out that European air defense, NATO air defense, worked, but of course not as well as it should have, to prevent the intrusion of such a large number of drones into Polish airspace in time, Merz said. He stressed that the incident would be a topic of discussion among allies. It will trigger discussions within NATO. It will also trigger discussions within the European Union, the Chancellor noted. Merz also promised that Berlin would continue to insist on strengthening defense capabilities. We are and will remain determined to significantly increase the combat readiness and defense capabilities of the European part of NATO.